Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I might say I'm from the other L.A., Lower Alabama. So I'm
That's right.
glad
I
to
always
be-
thought that was part of Florida, by the way, that Lower Alabama was Pennsylvania.
It used to be at one time. We were
Right.
the independent nation of West Florida for about 10 months in the 18 teens, and neither the British nor the Americans thought that was a good idea, so we're a part of America.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you, sir, and you're recognized.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure for me to be here today. I want to applaud the efforts of this committee, which has resulted in steady progress towards improving our nation's infrastructure. I was proud to support the Fixing America's Surface Transportation, or FAST Act, back in 2015, and I support the funding necessary to ensure the bill's implementation. Despite our best efforts, there are many areas across the country that continue to have major transportation needs. For example, we continue to have a real transportation problem on I-10 along the Gulf Coast. In my hometown of Mobile, I-10 consistently and repeatedly experiences delays at the George Wallace Tunnel. Due to the tunnel height and odd design, traffic accidents and incidents often occur. These result in people traveling along I-10 sitting in traffic for hours, pushing toward 3 to 4 hour delays in the summer months as people are traveling to and from the beaches. Some of those are Florida beaches, Mr. Chairman. This portion of I-10 is incredibly important to our area as well, given its close proximity to the Port of Mobile and the need to ensure the safe and expedient flow of commerce to and from the port. Just as important, I-10 serves as an evacuation route during hurricane season, and I know I don't have to tell you the importance of that, Mr. Chairman. The current traffic situation could result in Americans being left in harm's way during a severe weather event. We've made important progress over the last few years working together with local, state, and federal officials to move forward with the new I-10 bridge across the Mobile River. Former Secretary of Transportation Fox came to Mobile to see the project, and he saw the need firsthand. So I asked the committee to fully fund the various transportation programs in the FAST Act in order to allow projects like the I-10 bridge in Mobile to move forward. This project is a textbook definition of a nationally and regionally significant highway project. I'm encouraged by President Trump's commitment to improving infrastructure. I completely agree with the President. However, we must be smart about how we make these future investments to rebuilding and boosting our nation's infrastructure to ensure precious resources are not wasted on unnecessary or wasteful projects. Which brings me to my other reason for sitting before you today. I want to urge the committee to avoid mistakes from the past, like funding for California high-speed rail. Looking back at 2009, the Obama administration spent $8 billion for transportation. 1/4 of that funding, $2 billion, went to California high-speed rail. This project was by no means, quote, shovel-ready. In fact, more than 8 years later, the land has not even been fully procured to complete the project. To date, California has not met any of the obligations to match the federal funding. Even worse, almost another $1 billion was given to California in 2010, and the project remains embarrassingly behind schedule. The Los Angeles Times reported last month that the project, quote, will cost taxpayers 50% more than estimated, as much as $3.6 billion more. And that's just for the first 118 miles through the Central Valley, which was supposed to be the easiest part of the route between Los Angeles and San Francisco, close quote. This is the definition of a boondoggle, Mr. Chairman. We all heard about the bridge to nowhere. Well, it's safe to call this the train from nowhere to nowhere. This is one of the largest wastes of taxpayer money ever. Given the many serious transportation needs around the country, it is a shame so much funding was wasted on California high-speed rail. I hope the committee will use this disastrous example of California high-speed rail to ensure funding is going first and foremost to nationally and regionally significant projects instead of boondoggles. We must make smart investments in our nation's most serious infrastructure needs. Thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate the opportunity to share my thoughts.